Has anybody noticed that? Our skill set has to be at another level, yes? Okay. Man, that's huge. Great job, Dylan. Anthony, what do you got, buddy?
So I got a couple of things, but we closed a deal last Friday in 6 days from start to finish, which was incredible.
Wow.
Um, yeah, all the stars aligned on Friday, which was pretty cool. We've got four people on this call today from the area, people that I've coached and worked with. So I'm super excited to see them on here today. And then on Saturday, I also did a 37-mile relay race with five other crazy people, which was pretty cool. Not so fun here in the, I don't know, it was when I was running my last leg, it was probably like 98 degrees, no cloud cover, and
Uh-huh.
a lot of humidity.
Yeah. Hey, remember that saying, Anthony, when you're running a marathon, you better know why you're running because the last mile is going to ask you. It asked, didn't it?
A few times,
Like,
few
hey,
times.
hey, bro, what prompted you, right? So, bro, that is incredible. Congratulations on Everfront. And those of you who are on here because Anthony invited you, thank you guys so much for being on. That's awesome. Christina, how about you?
Hey everyone, I'm from Virginia. Had a first-time home buyer get pre-approved after renting for 16 years.
Wow.
So yeah,
How cool is
pre-approved.
that? How
Yes.
cool is that? What an awesome opportunity, man, to get to walk alongside them after that. That's awesome, Christina. Congratulations. Congratulations. Anybody else this morning? Got a big win? All right. Well, hey, we're going to dig right in today. Over the course of the last few weeks, we've really talked about a lot of key things, really centering around we're right here at the midpoint of the year, right? Right here at the midpoint of the year. We talked around kind of the grow model last week. We talked about where you at, like what was your goal for the whole year? What's your reality and where you're at, right? What are the obstacles and the opportunities, and how do we make a way forward? We've dug into really all of you, your heart, your mind, your spirit, right? And then we went into your business, and we talked about your lead generation, and we talked about your preparation and all the above. We had you put numbers on them, okay? Usually when I do that exercise, people start the call and they're like, man, this is fun. This is awesome. I really like this. And then we get about halfway through those numbers and they're like, I don't like this little man at all. I think I should be on a different call. Um, and, and it's because we kind of come to a reality of ourselves, right? We come to a reality of ourselves and okay, this is where I'm at. We take an honest view, and you've heard me say it before, honesty is the fertile soil where we grow. And so we're going to have another honest conversation today because we are literally, as of today, okay, right at the midway point of the year. All right. So whatever numbers you came up with over the course of the last couple of weeks, wherever you are in relationship to your goal, here's what I want you to know. You've got the next 6 months, and you can radically change your entire world in the next 6 months if you choose to. Okay? Like radically change your world. So a couple questions as we get started, and then we're going to dig in. Here's the first one. What is one thing in your life that you are not doing that if you started doing, it would radically transform your life? What is one thing in your life that you are not doing today? Just one. That if you were to step into that space and start to do that one thing, that it has the ability to radically transform your life.
Time blocking.
There you go. Come on now. How many of you have that one? How many of you know how to spell time blocking? Okay, right? Easy said, difficult done. It's part of what we're talking today, Shelly. I love it. So
That's what I need to do, and that's in all aspects of my life. Because it's very easy to say, "Oh, I get a new client and they want to go see something now." I need to be like, "No, right now this is my conference call, my training, or my time blocking to learning or making calls, or and sitting down and actually doing them."
that's right. That's right. It's guys, it's setting the time block and then it's honoring it, right? We have to act, and that's what Shelly's talking about right there. She has the time block, but is Shelly honoring the time block? Okay. I guarantee you, you start setting your time block and then honoring that time block. I guarantee you, your results will go up, your productivity will go up, everything will go up. Okay. Same question in your business. What's one thing you're not doing in your business today that if you were just to start doing that one thing, like Shelly just said, right, and time blocking, that it would radically change your business? And a lot of these answers may be both and, right? Both our life and our business. So some of you put time blocking and following through, right? The follow through part is harder than the blocking. There you go. Yes, it is. One thing to, did you know you can have a really pretty calendar and accomplish absolutely nothing? Did you know that? You can color code that bad boy, stick it on your, like you can put it up in front of you. Okay. You can have little magnet things on it. That's great. But if you don't actually do what's there, it has done nothing for you. Okay. Monica said, stop talking about making videos and start posting them. There you go. Carol, commitment to my schedule. Consistency, Dylan. Follow up with leads diligently. It sounds like we kind of all got the same thing going here. Yes or no? Okay. Anthony, I love that. He said, I literally deleted all my time blocks this morning because I wasn't even following them. Right? I'm just going to go ahead and take them off because I didn't do that anyway. Okay. This is a perfect segue. I'm so glad you said that, Anthony, because it's exactly what our call is about today. Here's what our call is about today. I want you to write this down. Okay, ready? A plan is just a plan. A plan is just a plan. I also want you to write down that a goal is just a goal. A plan is just a plan, and a goal is just a goal.
That person that just said that they just moved all their time blocking because they weren't doing it, they would have been better off moving it to later in the day and actually doing it versus not doing it at all.
That is a great point, Shelly. Anthony, you've been called out, bro. You got to restructure that thing, right? Here, hey, here's the whole point. It's exactly what we've been talking about, right? My calendar is just a calendar until what? I actually do what's on my calendar, right? My plan is just a plan. Do you know what I see agents do all the time, and it drives me crazy? Is they have so many meetings about what they're going to do. Okay, like Zoom meetings. Let's talk about what we're going to do. Okay, and then we have face-to-face meetings. Let's talk again about what we're going to do. All right. 3 words. You've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again. I'll spell it out for you. Go to work. Okay. W-O-R-K, W-E-R-K. I don't care how you spell it. I have no judgment around it, but you better go do it. Okay. Listen to this over here. My man, Damien, come on now. He's throwing it down. A goal without an expiration date is a to-do list if it never gets accomplished. You guys with me? Like, the whole point of the call today is whatever brought you to this point in the year, okay? Hey, if you're nailing it, if you're ahead of goal, I can promise you, you are probably following your plan. You're probably doing what your calendar says. If you are not, you probably are not, okay? This comes down to 3 key E's I'm going to give you, okay? I want you to write down the 3 key E's today. Here's the first one. Effective. Are you effective? Are you effective in your time block? Are you actually utilizing your time block? Are you effective in your day? Are you effective with your calls? Are you effective with your emails? Or are you either not doing it or you're just haphazardly doing it? Or maybe you keep talking about it and not putting anything into action, okay? Everybody hear me. You don't need to get on a single Zoom call today that you don't walk off that Zoom call with one plan of action that you're going to take in the next 24 hours. Whatever Zoom call you're on today, including this one, if you don't have one thing you're going to put into play in the next 24 hours, we're going to have a tough time moving forward. Okay? So I want you to write down effectiveness. And I want you to ask yourself this question. On a 1 to 10 today, 10 being the best, how effective do you feel? Okay? As an agent, how effective do you feel as a parent? How effective do you feel in the 4 walls of your home? How effective do you feel with your client? How effective do you feel? Okay? And I would look at that in each category. Go back to what we did last week in the categories, right? Of talk about your preparation. How effective are you in your preparation? Okay. How effective are you in your lead generation? All right. It all comes down to effective. Okay. How effective are we? And then the other piece is how efficient are we? That's the second E. How efficient are you? Okay. I'm a firm believer in that all time really does expand to the time allowed. Okay. Tell me if you've ever done this. All right. If my in-laws call right now and they say, hey, we're going to be at the house on Friday at noon. I'm going to go to my kids and I'm going to say, hey, by Friday at noon, we need to make sure the house is clean because Papa and Tutu coming over. Okay, that's what we call them over here in Oglesby House, Papa and Tutu. Okay. And so we're going to take all week to clean our house because they're not coming until Friday. Okay. But if my in-laws call me right now and say, hey, we're right here at the tollway, we're going to be there in about 15 minutes. Okay. I'm going to get off this call and I'm going to turn to my kids and go, you got 15 minutes, clean this house. Papa and Tutu are on their way. And you know what's going to happen? The house is going to get cleaned in 15 minutes. The same thing that it took us 5 days to do, I can do in 15 minutes. Are you being that efficient? Are you being that efficient with your time? Because if you're not, let me tell you something, there's an agent right down the road from you that is. And they're going to win. You with me? The most effective and efficient agents are the agents that are going to win in a market like this. You tracking with me on this? Here's what I think, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Some of you have heard me say this before, but follow with me again because you need to hear it again. Okay, I promise you. So I grew up playing a game called tennis. Okay, and tennis is all about how effective and efficient you are. All right. And so when I was in high school, now keep in mind when I was in high school, Anthony, my freshman year, okay, I was 4'11", I weighed 86 pounds. All right. That was on a good day. That was on a good day. That was with heavy shoes on. All right. Okay. So when you see me today and you think I'm little, no, I'm not. I'm a hoss compared to what I used to be. Right, Damian Burns? Okay. I'm big old dude compared to what I used to be. Okay. But my freshman year in high school, I was playing, we were playing in the finals of district to go to regionals. Okay. And we're playing team tennis. All right. And so I'm playing my match. I'm better than the guy I'm playing. I won the first set 6-3. Okay. And then all the other matches came off the court. And when they came off the court, it dawned on me that I was the deciding match. You ever been the deciding factor in something? That if you win, everybody moves forward, and if you lose, they don't. Okay, can I tell you something? Time out real quick. You are the deciding factor in your family. If you win, everybody wins. If you don't, they don't either. Okay, stop thinking this is not a big deal. It's a big deal. All right? So I won the first set, and then I got terrified. I got scared. I started thinking, I got in my head. You ever get in your head before? You ever get in your head about the market, or you get in the head about your client? You get in your head, right? I lost the second set 6-0. In tennis, just so you know, that's really bad. That means I didn't win a single game, Nancy. Okay. All right. Before I knew it, I'm in the third set and I'm down 5-0. I've lost 11 games in a row. I can't find the court. I can't hit a ball. I'm screaming, yelling, throwing things. I'm a mess. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Anybody ever felt like this? Right? Monica, you ever felt like this? Like, I'm screaming, yelling, I'm throwing stuff. Ain't nothing going my way. I can't figure it out. I don't know what to do. And my coach comes walking on the court. His name was Jerry Tyser. Coach Tyser, if you're out there, you changed my life in this moment. I just didn't know it when I was 14. He walks on the court, and Jaime, when he's walking on the court, he's smiling and whistling. Okay, Jaime? I'm about to lose, Jaime. And he's smiling and whistling. And he says, hey, Busty Dusty. That's what they call me in high school. Hey, Busty Dusty. They said, hey, Busty Dusty. He said, what do you think we need to do? And I was like, you're the coach? Like, what do you think we we need to do? And he's like, well, I've been telling you stuff for 11 games. You hadn't done any of them. So I just figured you had a better idea than me. Okay. And I was like, well, I don't. He said, well, I tell you what. He said, I think if you can answer one question for me, I think we might have a chance. I said, great. What's that question? He said, what is the task at hand? And I said, I don't know. Because if I knew, I would do it, Anthony. I said, I don't know what the task at hand is. He said, well, let's figure it out. What's the task at hand? I said, I don't know. Maybe I need to win a game. And he laughed and he goes, I think that'd be a great idea, but that's not the task at hand. Okay. I said, I don't know, coach. Maybe I need to win a point. He goes, I think that'd be great too, because you haven't won many of those either, but that's not the task at hand. And at this point, I got like little man angry. And I screamed at him to give me an answer. He walks over, grabs me by my shirt, picks me up off the ground so I'm eye level with him, face to face. And he screams, what is the task at hand? And I scream back, I don't know, maybe I need to hit a ball in the court. He drops me, fixes my shirt, and he goes, that's the task at hand. I'm like, that's what you came out here whistling to tell me? Hit a ball in the court? He said, yes, Dusty. Do you know who wins in tennis? The guy who hits the ball in the court. That's it. That's the guy who wins. Okay. He said, I've watched you do it thousands of times. He walked over, he picked up a little tennis ball. He held it in my face and he said, can you hit this little yellow ball in that court? I said, yeah, I can do that. He said, don't you come off this court until you've hit this little yellow ball in the court. He said, I don't care if you're bleeding. I don't care if you break something. You get this ball in that court. So every time the ball would come to me, I would think, get it in the court, get it in the court, get it in the court, get it. It was the ugliest display of tennis I've ever done. All right. But I focused on one thing, the task at hand. You know what happened? I won 7 games in a row. Yeah. 7 in a row. Yep. All I did when I was hitting lobs, I'm diving. Okay. All of a sudden, the other guy on the net screaming, yelling, all the stuff that I was. Here's my point. There were a million different things I could have done, but there was one thing that I should have done. Okay. You want to win today? You got to identify what's that one thing so that you are effective and efficient. Are you with me? Okay. That's how it works. Can I tell you what happens though? I'm going to give you one more little tennis example here. Okay. How many tennis players I got on the call? Do I get any tennis players on the call? Yeah. Come on now. Come on, tennis people. All right. Let me explain to you how a tennis point works. And I just want to make sure you understand. And then I'm going to correlate this to your schedule and your lead generation. Okay. So when you play tennis, here's what happens. I get 2 balls. I put one in my pocket. I got one in my hand and I'm serving. Let's say I'm playing Gretchen. Okay. And I bounce the ball. Can I tell you there is no rule that we bounce the ball? We just bounce the ball for no reason. Okay. We don't have to bounce the ball, Dylan. Just for some reason, everybody bounces the ball. So that's what we do. We bounce the ball. We're getting prepared to play the point. We're bouncing the ball. Everybody bounces it different. Okay. I hit my first serve. It goes in the net, rolls out on the court. Well, I can't leave it there. I might get hurt. So I got to go get the ball. So I'm going to walk out. I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to push it to the back fence. I'm going to walk up. Now I'm going to hit my second serve. You know what I'm going to do before my second serve? I'm going to bounce the ball for no reason. I'm going to bounce the ball. Okay. Now I'm going to hit my second serve. Gretchen hits it back. And I'm really good, Gretchen. I hit the next ball right past you. Winner. Point for me. Okay. Gretchen's got to go get that ball. I got to go get this ball. So I go get this ball. Gretchen's mad at me, so she hits the ball away from me. I got to go get that ball. Now I get that ball. I come back up. Okay. And what do? I bounce the ball. I got to bounce the ball because that's what we do. I hit another serve. Gretchen hits it back. I hit it back. We get in a rhythm now. We're in a rally. She hits it. I hit it. She hits it. I hit it. Anthony's on the court next to us. And Anthony shakes a ball off his racket. It flies up in the air. I'm getting ready to hit another forehand right past Gretchen. And Anthony's ball falls right in front of my face. You know what I got to do? I got to stop the whole point. Got to stop the whole point. Because his ball flew on my court. So I stop the point. I give Anthony his ball back. I got to come back and serve again. You know what I do? Bounce the ball. Got to bounce the ball. Did you know I've been playing tennis now for about, 20 minutes and I've only played 1 point? Did you know in an average 1-hour tennis match, you only play the game of tennis for 19 minutes? That's it. 19 minutes. For the other 41 minutes, do you know what you're doing? You're walking around and picking up the ball. You're bouncing the ball. You're going and sitting on the bench and taking a drink, waving at the fans. You're doing everything other than playing tennis. Can I tell you why I'm telling you this? Because this is what your day looks like. You get up and you have a plan, but you don't execute the plan. You just walk around bouncing the ball. Just getting ready to actually do something, just bouncing the ball for no reason. Then you make a phone call. Great job, but it's a voicemail. Oh, it's a voicemail. Ball goes in the net. Okay. So then you make your second call. Okay. This time it goes really good. Okay. Julia answers the phone. I haven't talked to Julia in 3 years because I haven't been doing my job. Okay. And Julia and I have a great 45-minute conversation because we have not talked in 3 years. And at the end of that conversation, my cup of coffee's cold. I can't have cold coffee, Anthony. Okay. So I'm going to leave and go get more coffee. But do you know what happens when I leave and go get more coffee? I get out around all my other realtor friends who aren't doing their job either. Okay. And we sit and we talk while we get coffee. We talk about how difficult the market is. And we can't get any listings, and the listings we have aren't selling. And my buyers, you know, they're reluctant. We talk about everything that's wrong in the market while we pour and drink our coffee. And then 45 minutes later, we start to make our way back to the office because we got to go to work, right? We're in our lead generation time block, which for the record, it's been an hour and you've made 2 phone calls. Okay, you tracking with me? All right. And then on the way back, I realized that coffee moves fast and I got to go to the bathroom now. So I got to stop off at the bathroom. Okay. And then I get back to my office and I make another phone call. I'm on my 3rd phone call in an hour and a half. All right. And as soon as I start to make this phone call, my cousin Sherry walks by and she waves at me and I go, Sherry. And I hang up my call and I say, come on in. And then I sit and talk to my cousin Sherry for 45 minutes because we hadn't seen each other. And then by the time we're done, my little time block of lead generation's over. And now I'm hungry. I got to go to lunch. Anybody want to tell me I'm wrong? You're welcome. You're so welcome that you got on the call today. We are not effective. We are not efficient. You have a plan, but a plan is just a plan. You have a goal, but a goal is just a goal. If you want to win in the next 6 months, you got to do one thing in addition to be effective and be efficient. I'm going to show you what it is, and then we'll hop off the call here. Everybody watch this. Some of you have seen it before, but watch this. Here we go. Let me share my sound.
The SEAL teams, I was a breacher, all right? And when we would get a target package, I'd gather intel on the breach point. I would build a bomb. I'd go back into the ready room, build a bomb specifically to breach this wall. We would go out. We would get on target. I'd be the first one in the patrol, right? I'd move up to the breach point. I'd peel the hydrogel off the back of this wall charge. It's this sticky stuff, right? I'd place the bomb on the wall. I'd cap my blasting cap in. You know, I'd pay my det cord out back to minimum safe distance, and I would look back behind me, and I would just see a bunch of sets of green eyes, right? It was my entire team was waiting for 3 words. And these 3 words ring through my head every single morning, and the 3 words are execute, execute, execute. And on the 3rd execute, I would put power to that charge and all freaking hell would break loose and we would crush our enemy. And that's what people don't do. Yep. They don't execute. And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, you don't know what's going to happen. If you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself, dude. You're cheating your family. You're cheating your employees. You're cheating your team, whatever you're a part of. It's bigger than you. In the SEAL teams, I was a breacher.
Okay,
all right.
Now, how many of you heard what he said? You can't miss that, right? Okay. A plan is just a plan until you execute. A goal is just a goal until you execute. Are you with me? Stop bouncing the ball. Okay. Stop taking a break. And go to work, and I promise you, you will get results out of it, okay? This next 6 months is not going to happen to you. You're going to go create it, okay? This market isn't happening to you. You got to go create it, all right? Whatever you're doing this week, 3 words: be effective, be efficient, and execute on what you said you were going to do, okay? Come on now. Does this help you today? All right, go put it to work. Let's go get some great results this week in your life and in your heart and in your business, and we will see you 1 week from today. Bless you guys. Let's go.